why you have to be obsessed to get stronger. Now, I'm not saying this in the fact that you need to dedicate your life to this and you can't have any form of relationship, life, or anything else on the outside of this. But to get stronger, there is no such thing as balance, in my personal opinion. Now, a lot of people say that they want to be the best. They want to bench 500 pounds. They want to bench 405. They want to squat 800 pounds, 700 pounds, 600 pounds, whatever. And then they say that they want something called balance. And in my personal opinion, you have to pick one or the other. And normally, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about balance is things that kill your lifts, right? Skipping days, saying balance. So I'm going to take a day off today. Just drinking, smoking, doing whatever that involves. That it's calling that balance. That's I don't believe, like, especially those big two. I don't believe that balance is really true. If you really want something and you really want to be the best at it and you want to attack it and you just want to go all out, all in, you want to be the best, there's no such thing as balance and there's no time for balance, because once you are the best, then there's somebody out there like me. I'll give myself this example. Every single day there is no balance for me. I'm obsessed with getting stronger. I want to do it. That's all I think about. I get up in the morning, it's all I think about. I'm still going to go on and do other parts of my life, right? It's simple. You can't just be doing one thing, because eventually you will burn out. But for the past years now, I've been obsessed with being the strongest man alive. I've had 2606 in my head for literally years now. And, right, you look at me, you're like, yo, you're only 240 pounds, like 2606. It was up by like 400-pound dude. Eventually, I will break it, right? I'm just obsessed with that number. I'm obsessed with getting stronger. You have to be obsessed. There's no such thing as balance, because what happens when you look at something like balance is you lose the fire in your heart for what you're going after, for what you desire. You see what I'm saying? So if you really want to achieve 400-pound bench press, 500-pound bench press, and you're only half in, if you walk into the gym, you miss a lift a day, you have a crappy day, you're like, at least I'm gonna go have a good time drinking tonight. But if you really want to grow and you really want to attack something, you need to have that bad day and you'd be like, this is what I live for and I just had a bad day. How am I gonna fix this? Like, I'm going to fix this. Like, I'm not gonna go home and drink and just take another rest day when I don't feel good. I'm gonna go home and I'm just going to sit and I'm just going to think on how I can fix this next time. Like, literally being obsessed, right? Now, I'm not saying, I guess I guess somebody who goes and drinks or smokes or whatever, like maybe like once a month, once every other month, I wouldn't even really call that balance, you know what I mean? Because that's not, you're obviously doing one way more than the other, and I guess that's just like another outside activity. So I'd say if you do outside activities, then you should be fine. Like me myself, I just don't smoke, drink, or nothing at all. But if you are like doing something like super rare occasion, that's not really what I'm getting at. I'm getting at more people that are talking about balance. They're talking about 50-50, right? There's no such thing as 50-50. There's no such thing as I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the gym when I feel like it, and I'm just not going to go to the gym when I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? No, you're going to get up and you're going to go to the gym every day. No, you're not going to have a bad lift and you're going to come back and drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to hit this lift, and if it's bad, you're going to come back and you're going to think about why it was bad. You're not going to come back and focus on another point of your life, right? It needs to be the number one thing of your life. And this just goes with everything, right? Not just bench press, deadlift, squat, whatever. It goes with just life. If you want to be the best at anything, you want to make a wave at something, you need to eat, sleep, and live it. Like, simple. You need to take care of the people around you. Value your relationships, value time spent, understand that things will go fast, and if you do dedicate your life to maybe just one thing, then yeah, your life will probably suck, to be honest. But you need to be around, like, be involved in your surroundings, right? But you need to still pick one thing and attack one thing. If you want to be the hardest partier, you want to be the craziest frat dude ever, pick that thing and go after it. You see what I'm saying? So this isn't really just me saying like, oh, you can only have like one thing in life. No, because I feel like that would just make your life suck, right? So why would you want your life to suck? So, we're just getting down the wrong path here, but hey, it's pretty simple, man. I really feel people who think that there's balance, I just don't feel like there's any such thing as balance. I guess you guys could let me know in the comments if you think that there's a balance or not, but in just my personal opinion and what I've seen, people who are the best are dedicated to one thing, right? It's kind of like me doing football and powerlifting, right? I think this is the biggest example. I was really good at both. I was really good at both. I will say that. Football, I was getting some D1 offers. Powerlifting, I was strong. I was strong as hell. I placed third at high school nationals, right? So I was strong as hell, right? And but when I looked in the mirror, I was like, the jack of all trades is never just the guy that you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, it'd be cool to be good at everything, but eventually one thing's got to be what you attack. And so, yeah, right. Maybe you're not sure if the gym's exactly for you, but if you made up in your mind like, yo, I want the gym, I want to attack the gym, I want to get stronger the way I did, then you need to go all into it, right? Now, like I said, enjoy your relationships, like build your relationship with whoever, you know what I'm saying? I think that's like just staying on top of relationships is key, because if you let all the people walk around you, friends, if you watch friends just leave, man, that's pretty tough. It's a tough way to live if you just let people walk away from your life, and you lose everything around you, right? So you wanna keep relationships, you wanna stay involved, you wanna further your personal life, right? Because powerlifting probably won't pay the bills. You still have to focus at your job, at your school, whatever. Don't just drop out of everything because you want to bench 500 pounds, right? But prioritize the things that matter. And what I'm talking more about is balance, is the fact that a lot of people look like, all right, well, I'm going to be 60% gym and then 40% party. But it's just like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I just personally don't agree with that, because it's just like, how are you going to be 60%, 40%? Who do you think that ever got great with 60%, 40%, right? And this is a lot of times like where you channel your leftover energy is what I'm talking about, the balance with, right? It's your leftover energy after you have your relationships, you pay the bills, you go to school, you go to work, you do whatever, right? Those are mandatory things. You must have those to live, right? For a lot of people to live a good life, a good motivating life. But then when you have your stored over energy, I would say you put 100% of that stored over energy into one thing, right? And for me personally, that's lifting with these videos, making videos about my lifting, right? And I have hobbies on the side that's completely different. I'm not channeling really any energy in them. It's just when I have even more left over time, right? So maybe like if you look at me doing like working on my car, bro, that's maybe like 1% of my time. Literally, I work at my car maybe 1% of the time that I do when I'm in the gym. It's probably a little bit less, to be honest, right? I'm spending so many hours in the gym, and maybe I'll do like 30 minutes of some car work or something cool. So maybe like a mini bike or something when I'm bored, right? But I just don't believe in balance. I don't believe that you could just go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, party, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. You're just gonna be fine, bro. Like, what great person ever got that far? There's people out there, really, like, you really gotta think, there's people out there that would die to be the best, right? And it's tough to think about, especially if you watch the Olympics. A lot of people that come from less fortunate countries, they come out there and they're they've dreamed about this day. This is what their life is made of, right? To be the best. They're like, to be the best, you must like live for being the best, right? Now these people are going to go back home to their countries, and they're still going to have to do their relationships, work. A lot of them have to work. They come from lesser countries, and they have to, they get food, everything else, right? So these are like the mandatory things, but their leftover energy, every single penny of it is spent being the best at one thing. So that's just me, I guess, talking about why you need to be obsessed. So hopefully I got that point across. It's not even just so much just being an obsession, but just cutting out balance, because I just don't believe in balance. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, like, when it's signing out. Peace.